So welcome again, everyone. And I hope, first of all, can you anyone can confirm me? Am I clearly audible to you all, or is there any disturbance you all can see?
Audible, ma'am, audible.
Audible? Okay, great, great. Thanks, Rubina ji, for confirming. Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay. So yes, I hope that you all are comfortable. I can see some people are traveling. I'm really sorry for that. Okay, that you have to attend the session or webinar while traveling. But yeah, I mean, that is the use of internet and mobile phones right now for us, right? Okay, so just a second. Yes. So today we are going to discuss this topic. When I say this topic, it's about equipping students with 21st century skills. Not audible? Um, okay, Priyanka ji says that I'm not audible. Am I audible or not audible?
You're audible, ma'am.
Audible, right? Okay, okay, fine. Priyanka ji, I would like to request if you can rejoin. Might be possible. It can be a network issue, right? Okay. So as I was saying, that today's topic is about equipping students with 21st century skills for the changing world. Okay, changing world. It's a very big word which I have used. When I say changing world, just one question I have in my mind. Just I was, am I okay? Yeah. Just normally I was. Uh, Going through some content related to AI, and then a question struck in my mind, like what, like if we can go back to our in our memory lane and can think that what are the things we had in our lives until smartphones came, like before smartphones, what exactly the things which we used to have, like as a necessary things as an educator for sure, but as a normal human being as well. You can type in your answers in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and answer. Let me repeat the question again, right? What exactly we had with us as things when smartphones were not there? Smartphone era came, like, you know, before that, there were like no smartphones, they were like keypad, and all the entertainment, all the stuffs which we used to have that time, now we can get it on the phone for sure. But can anyone quickly tell me some of the things? Please mention some of the things which you had at that time when you were not having smartphones with you.
Television, radio,
Right? Correct? Oh, right. Television, radio, board games, FM radio,
and
TV,
small indoor games.
right? Indoor games, like huge era of indoor games we have seen. We have seen carom, right?
And to
We have
some
seen
extent, we used to play the outdoor games also after coming from school, what nowadays children never go for. They run
exactly.
behind tuitions.
Right, because that load of competing with the world is so much, ma'am. Sangeeta ji, what shall I say? I can see kids are doing swimming classes. They are going to skating, right? They are doing
Exactly.
some, some kind of the workshop. Some kids are learning coding. They have coding classes, right? I can't recall my childhood and before the smartphone era, me going to these many variations of the coaching or tuitions, right? It was a very limited access, though we were bound to have limited access. One of the thing which I remember, which smartphone came and it got disappear, which is Oxford Dictionary, right? We all used to have that small dictionary, right? And every time when a teacher says a new word, and there was like a thing, na, those who know as many as words from the dictionary, like more vocabulary generation, right? That kind of the things. At that time, reading newspaper was exactly which is of importance, right? Now also it's definitely a kind of an important thing, but yeah,
But
yes,
it was compulsory for us to read the newspaper.
exactly, because
It
without
was
that we
compulsory.
don't know anything, right? Either it is television, or FM radio, or newspaper. Like these three were the source of information. Yeah, Simran, Sahani ji, would you like to add something? Okay, a lot of uh, answers are.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Story books, comics books, and all these were there.
Right, right. A lot, like, yeah, correct. At that time, also, like nowadays, a lot of new comics came in, right? But that's a very good thing. Animation for us, animation and the cartoon thing was comics, right? In television, we used to watch Cartoon Network and then the like Pogo. I can't recall any more names of cartoons, right? um and I still remember, I still have that phone at my place in my house, my grandfather's
Good
phone, which
evening,
is
ma'am.
that. Yeah, hi Himaj, good evening. So I remember that red color or black color phone in which we used to dial, like dialer phone.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it was. It was there, but it was not a mobile. You had to sit at one place, and
Exactly.
then you need to talk.
Right, right. And then I still remember, if you have to maintain any contacts, right? We used to have a diary in that era when I was talking about these telephones, right? We can't save numbers.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good
Telephone
evening.
notebook, telephone directory.
Right, telephone directory, right? I mean, just a normal observation if you all can do, since we all have seen a lot of evolution from that era till now. A lot of advancement came in, right? I still miss that era, but I love this era as well because I can see a lot of transformation going on. Right? Previously, collecting memories were like clicking a photo, keeping as a photo album, and now photos we can click at any time. That is the best thing, because previously when we used to have negatives, in that negatives we used to get printed photos, right? um so that era was good. This era is amazing, right? We can all see, since we have discussed a lot of old things. That is what the changing world I'm talking about, right? Since we are grown ups, we are not in school anymore. We have passed our definitely graduation and we are doing our respective jobs, right? um, a lot of change came in. When I say change came in, change in the mindset, change in the acceptance, change in the technology. When I say technology, it's like a vast difference. If I will talk to a person um, living in, has already explored all the things of the technology in that era versus now, there's a huge gap, huge difference. Now if you can tell your kids that, see, this kind of the phone we have used, right, it might can look like very aesthetic to them. Oh my god, oh wow, right? But we understand that how exactly this evolved in school. When it comes to like teaching methods, previously the teaching methods were different, right? Can anyone tell me what exactly the teaching method it was, and still now it is followed, but what is that one thing which got changed?
Previously, it was teacher centric mainly. Now
Mm-hmm.
it is child centric.
Right.
In our
So,
days, hmm,
yeah, ma'am, Sangeeta ji, if I say teacher centric and child centric, can you just elaborate a little for the audience? Yeah.
like in our days, teachers used to come. They
Mm-hmm.
used to teach us. They used to communicate with us.
Right.
But activity was from mainly from teachers' end. We were
Okay.
in the receiving end.
Right.
Nowadays, scenario has been changed a lot. The maximum schools are following activity based learning,
Right.
and that involves the child or
Mm-hmm.
children rather in more active way.
Right.
Instead of passive learner, they
Mm-hmm.
will the expectation is instead of passive learner they will become the active learner.
Correct. Absolutely. Like Sangeeta ji, thank you so much for putting it into words. It's exactly what I was talking about when I say changing world, right?
Also, ma'am, if I can put in,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
it is. We have seen that more of online classes. The trend has been, especially post COVID.
Right.
So many a times it happens that you are teaching, you have to take online classes. Like we have this online session also today,
Right.
thanks to the technology, but then
Right.
with the students, yes,
Mhm.
we are all here, but with the students, many a time we face, but we are teaching and students may not be there exactly.
Right. That means if you are teaching online students, you're talking about the discipline part, Nirjaji, right?
Discipline also, and you cannot keep a track, like not everybody will switch on the cameras, or not everybody may be there. You cannot have a check on what exactly they are doing, while
Exactly. Exactly. Right. Actually, switching on the camera reminds me. Right, I forgot to introduce myself. Oh my god. Okay, so first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Aditi Tiwari, and I'm from Next Education. Right, in Next Education, we are committed to transforming education, and today we are actually going to explore that how we can empower our students for a future, which I'm just discussing about. Right. Okay, and this reminds me, if possible, and if you all are comfortable, please try to switch on your camera. It will be a very good interactive session because one-sided information, like, is a traditional approach, right? It was like previously it used to follow that one person is saying and things are going on. Thank you, Himaji. I can see people turning on the camera. Okay, great. Thank you so very much for those who turn on the camera. Now, going ahead. Since this topic mentions skills, what kind of the skills and what exactly 21st century is? So let me give you a quick gist. We are living in 21st century, right? But now, what are the skills we possess that we are still surviving successfully till now, earning money, right? And doing our jobs. Can anyone quickly add some skills in the chat? Yeah, someone wants to add what kind of the skills we possess in 21st century skills, or anyone else is aware about any of the skills which you think that you possess, which is making you survive in this changing world.
Actually,
Adjusting
hello.
the
Actually,
changes.
this is I actually. Anybody is speaking? Shall I wait?
No, no,
Oh,
that's fine. That's fine.
I think two of us are
Okay.
telling together. You keep telling. I'll tell
Oh,
later.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't want to like precisely list out the skills, but
Mhm,
just I want to add one point within few seconds that when I had attended TOT training taken by Mr. Rajiv Manji,
mhm.
he mentioned very beautifully about 21st century skills.
Okay.
What is 21st century skills according to him is when we relearn or unlearn the things.
Very
Either
nice.
we should relearn or unlearn the things which are not correct, and adapt the skills which are now at at the most demanding uh, period. So when a teacher or a trainer or a learner cannot relearn or unlearn, then they are called illiterates of 21st century learning.
Actually, you I explained it very beautifully, ma'am. Unlearn and relearn. This is something which is very important nowadays because the way we got education, the era was different, and this era is different. When I say about era, it's, I know era is a very big word to use, but still I feel that when I was in school versus now kids are in school, lots of difference. Yeah. Someone else was adding, right? um just a second.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, hello Hemaji, good evening.
Yeah, as we are in schools, and now as we are the teachers, actually, a little change what I am seeing is
Mhm.
actually the parents are not actually paying attention to the children. I think maybe due to time management, because they are not, they are everybody busy in their jobs actually.
Right.
So when we are in schools, our parents used to wait 15 minutes before the gate before the bell rings.
Right.
But
Right.
now we are actually in our schools calling the parents and telling, ma'am, it is already 15 minutes more that we left the students. Your
Okay.
children are in the school. Please come and
Hmm.
pick them up. They are telling, ma'am, we are a little bit busy. We'll come within 10 to 15 minutes. So I think this should change actually.
Yeah.
Because parents should pay attention to the children. Parents should give some time to the children
Hmm.
as we used to get from our parents. So
Right.
maybe
That
something will
that's
bring
yeah.
a big change.
Right. This is a very big and major thing has come as a, like, if you have mentioned about parenting, right? But we can't actually blame entirely parents, because in this fast paced world, they are trying to make their kids' future better, right? I understand that what exactly you are saying, ma'am. I remember my mother standing 15 minutes before, just before, like, my school ends. It's still very fresh in my memory. So thanks for bringing this up. It's a very big change that we can observe. Yeah, it's very sad that you have to call parents to tell them to pick their kids. But yeah, I understand that, busy because of work and the changing world, right? Okay, Sangeeta ji, you were adding something. Would you like to add? Since
Actually, I was about to tell that adaptability. Whatever
right.
the new things are coming to the for the new generation,
Mm-hmm.
we teachers, especially those who are the old teachers, we need to mold ourselves according to the need of the generation. Lot
Right.
of technological things we have learned while teaching. In
Hmm.
our age, I may be much elder than you. In our age, just comparing for not for any other reason, just to
Hmm.
tell that
Yeah, completely fine.
the generation changes.
Right.
In our age, the computer was not at all available in the school
Okay.
level.
Okay.
Okay, so I got to know about computer when I was in college,
Okay.
honors
Hmm.
level,
Hmm.
right? So that is the changes. Nowadays, a baby takes bath, and beside his or her bed, the father's or mother's computer is already there.
Right.
So they are tech savvy generation. They are what to say, tech friendly generation.
Right.
So to teach them and to be a little ahead of them, we need to change ourselves, change our mentality, change our adaptability, and we had to learn a lot of things, and we will have to learn more.
Right.
Otherwise, you cannot be their teacher.
No other option. Correct.
No other option.
Correct, Sangeeta ji. Thank you so much for adding. Right. So when I say about 21st century skills, right? Yes, a lot of people added in the text as well, chat as well, comprehension, collaboration, creativity, participation, right? Okay. Lecture
Ma'am,
method, blackboard. Yeah, yeah, Shashank ji.
hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good
This
evening.
is my first session with for the next education.
Okay. Okay. Very,
I'm
a
from
very warm
Varanasi.
welcome to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm from Varanasi, government
Okay.
school teacher.
Okay.
Actually, I want to add that with the 21st century skills, I think that students are for the they are learning by doing the
Hmm.
experiments, and at our time we just read out the books and do a simple practicals in our school. We are
Right.
we are having the limited resources for doing the experiments, but
Mm-hmm.
now small children are having the laptops and tablets and mobile phone, that they see the videos on the YouTube and ask them how it is going to through. And even in our school, that students take the questions for us, sir, how this is possible, how has this come.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, we have to study more and do practicals for to explain them. So this world is changing, and for the new generations, they are also changing with the technologies and system.
Definitely, Shashangi. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience when it comes from, I always appreciate and respect the experience coming from the field places. When I say field places, you teachers going ahead in the school and teaching kids and, entertaining their questions when it comes to technology. I understand that everyone have to upskill themselves. It is a slow process, but not an impossible one. And still, I believe that we all have started already, right? So it's just an icebreaker. Let's kick off the things now, right? Just one question I wanted to add in one word only, right? uh, what's one skill you believe is absolutely essential for students to succeed in this changing world? Just one skill I'm talking about. What is that one skill? Either you can unmute yourself or can type in the chat.
Discipline.
Discipline, okay. Discipline, hard
It's
work,
critical thinking.
critical thinking, okay.
Consistency.
Consistency,
Hard work.
nice. Hard work, okay.
Accessibility,
Okay. Accessibility, okay.
Creativity.
leadership skills,
Problem solving skills.
Okay.
Problem
Creativity,
solving skills.
problem solving
learning by
skills.
doing,
Learning by doing, right? Nice. Oh my god. Okay.
Communication skills, ma'am.
Correct. Communication.
Communication, collaboration.
Right. Right.
Curiosity.
Curiosity. Right. I can see a lot of messages coming in: decision making skills, analysis, adaptability, curiosity to learn, right?
experiential learning.
Experiential learning, right? Okay, so since you all have mentioned, just a second, I need to,
Time management skills.
time management, yeah, just a second. Uh, yep. Okay, actually, a lot of disturbance coming. Actually, I guess someone's mic was on, right? Yeah, so you all mentioned a lot of skills, right? And when we dig in deep about the skills, why I'm emphasizing these skills a lot, possible answers I have added from my side, like eh, questioning everything, which is curiosity, expressing ideas clearly, which is communication and collaboration, prioritize and plan, that is organization, right? Work with others, again, communication, collaboration, creativity, right? Think beyond limits is definitely creativity. Adjust to change, that is adaptability. Learn new things, right? That is the more accepting you will be for the new things, that is learn, unlearn, relearn, right? Effective communication, right. Okay, so all these skills, when we talk about, there is one statistic which I found. I was, reading a lot of articles related to AI because in next education we do a lot of research while creating the content, right? And I was doing this research and I was having this discussion with my team, and I found that I should explore this news to others as well. That 65% of the children which are going to enter in primary school today, they will work in a job that don't even right now exist, right? For example, your or my job might be possible will not exist in 2030 or might be possible in 2050, right? There will be some other roles and designation which will be there. So this is definitely a kind of a major concern coming in, right? When I say major concern, it's like this isn't just a number, right? It is a alarming urgency to shift to a new approach to an education, right? We are going to see a lot of AI rules, definitely, for sure. I understand that those who don't like AI, they have a contradictory statement to it, a counter to it, that my job will not be replaced by AI. I'm not saying that AI is going to replace jobs. No, it is going to create more possibilities of the roles and responsibilities, right? AI can definitely not replace your jobs because to even to even operate your phone, a human is needed. If you do a chat gpt, a human is required to write a prompt, right? And even while doing chat gpt, it's not important that whatever the response you are getting as a human, you are satisfied. No, might possibly no, beyond that, your creativity is beyond that, right? No one can snatch the human creativity, no AI can actually do it, right? AI is just a machine kind of a thing, right? It will not give you things like a human, right? But there's an alarming urgency when we say that 65% of the children, like they are in pre-primary, they are going to be, and when they will start working, it will be like too late. We'll get old, right? Yeah, correct. AI created by human. Correct, correct. AI definitely created by human, right? So when I say this, let's this one question for you all. Since I already showed you the stats, right? What's your biggest concern after knowing this statistic? What's your biggest concern about students' future readiness? These are some options. Just you have to select one option, and either you can unmute yourself or you can type it in the chat. Okay, lack of communication skills. Okay, critical thinking gap. Okay, critical thinking gap.
Critical thinking.
Okay, critical thinking gap. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And technological changes.
Okay. Okay.
Teamwork.
Ma'am,
Team.
in my view,
Okay.
it is, I think it is lack of communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
Until and unless they express themselves, I think these all are.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, you all are coming from your experience, right? All the answers are welcome because that is what the majority of the common skill which I can see right now, which is the biggest concern. I can see two things coming up, popping in my chat again and again, which is critical thinking gap and lack of communication skills. I understand why lack of communication skills are coming up because a lot of content on social media we have seen, every other person is now, an influencer, but it's not applicable to everyone, right? In India, we are in crores or millions. I can't recall exact population, right? But I would like to
Ma'am,
say,
lack of communication skills because students are dependent, they are not ready to frame their own answers. Even I just had a boy coming to me and telling me how did you find so many mistakes in my work, because I had copied all the answers from chat gpt. Now, if this is
okay,
something a student is telling
uh-huh,
a language teacher, I mean, you can imagine, they are totally dependent on that, and they cannot frame their own answer. So, lack of
exactly.
communication skill is the exact, I mean, that is a very, very important skill. They must follow that, or they must grow up with.
Yeah, thank you, Neerja ji, for actually expressing this, right? And it's really good you have, you found mistakes in, chat GPT answers. If he is saying that he just copied and pasted, right? We also find a lot of mistakes when someone, uses chat GPT and try to create content. Even like online, we read a lot of articles coming up for the new, we can see it, right? Those who use it regularly, now they are able to understand that how exactly chat gpt frame an answer,
Wait.
right? So when it comes to the biggest concern about students future readiness, just one thing is there. uh, just a second.
Ma'am, can I just add one point to this?
Yeah, Sylvia ji.
Yes, ma'am. Regarding this communication gap that ma'am was like I think addressing just now,
Mm-hmm.
point is nowadays we get children who are very much open to the social media. Like they are very smart in social media. They communicate very well. That
Right,
is how we know them through social media. But
right.
in reality, when you get to communicate with them, there are gaps. Like generally nowadays we see even there is communication gap between parents and the children too. So this is a major concern, and definitely that's going to have a bigger impact with future generation as well.
Definitely, definitely. Communication skills when it comes to expressing, critical thinking. That if you are too dependent on AI, you don't have your own thinking and own perspective and your own way to solve a problem, right? So I understand that AI is somewhere killing it, but if we teach how to use AI in a productive way, I guess these skills will enhance. This is what my personal opinion is, right? Now, why I have picked this topic for the webinar? Why this topic of equipping 21st century skills, for this changing world? As I already told you in one stats, like by 2030, most of the jobs which are not even created yet, they will exist there, right? So our K-12 students, like from kindergarten to grade 12 students, we have to prepare them for a world where innovation is definitely constant. They require a new way of thinking. They have to come up with something new. Previously, when the resources were limited, it was very easy to express your individuality, make something unique out of it. Now, right now, if I just go ahead and see all over the world, it is very difficult to do something unique because everyone is doing everything. It's out there, it's in the competition, right? People are competing with each other without any competition. They are competing with their brains, right? They think that they have to learn everything. Correct. So that means we have to gear up our students, those who are clearly unaware. Because see, might be possible we all are in cities. I'm talking about the remote places where most of the people doesn't even know what exactly and how exactly a computer works. Right. I'm talking about those people as well. It's a very huge gap when it comes to India, remote places, right? Internet connectivity. People have smartphones, I agree, but they are just scrolling reels in the remote areas. They don't know how to use it, right? Now, the second point I say is that traditional academic knowledge, definitely traditional academic knowledge isn't enough. We have to tell them all the emerging trends, all the upcoming technology, all the upcoming technology. Not exactly, I'm not only talking about computers, I'm talking about science, talking about math. Now, I can see a lot of math people coming up with the new tricks, new way of solving things, the correct way of solving it, right? A new approach of teaching, right? These are the skills which we are actually lacking when it comes to the teaching part, and when it comes to the definitely the delivering and the receiving end, both have to upskill themselves, right? Yeah. And also the schools, when we are, since we are talking about 21st century skills, in my next slide I will tell you what exactly 21st century skills are, since you all have mentioned a lot of skills which are a part of 21st century skills, right? So when I say like critical thinking, communication, collaboration, it's school's responsibility also, that's a kind of a need right now, that they should focus on 21st century skills rather than traditional approach. Now, these are core 21st century skills for our students, like our students, when I say kindergarten to grade 12, or in college as well, depends on how much exposure they have in their life. So, when it comes to cognitive skills are how we think, right? How we apply knowledge. Fine, I know how to like use Google Doc. I know how to use Google Doc, right? If I will go in a corporate, or if I want to draft a mail, or I want to write a blog on that Google Doc itself, right? I want to write a script, I want to write a social media post, right? I know a tool, I have to apply the knowledge. I know blogs, I know emails, everything, right? So these are like cognitive skills where your creativity, your critical thinking, the way you solve a problem is important. Second is social and emotional skills, which Himaji and I guess one other person, Nirja ji, was also talking about, right? That how we interact with others and manage ourselves, right? That is communication, collaboration, and empathy. Oh my God, this is a very big word, empathy. When I say empathy, can anyone tell me what exactly, when I say empathy, what exactly it is? Can anyone explain? Uh, uh, Kirti ji, I can't hear you.
Excuse me.
Empathy
Empathy,
means
empathy means thinking from others'
Like
perspective.
I have to
Thinking
get
from other
someone,
person's
get
perspective.
someone.
Just a second, just a second. I can't hear anyone
Hello,
right now.
I'm Anita Matai.
Yeah,
I'm
hello,
Anita
hello,
Matai.
Anita ji. Yes, yes, yes.
Empathy means actually thinking from other person's perspective.
Okay.
We think from their perspective, that if we
Mm-hmm.
were in their place, then what would have been. That is
Mm-hmm.
empathy.
Mm-hmm. Right,
Uh,
right.
am I right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, someone wants to add? Anita ji ने बहुत like she actually addressed in one line.
Yeah,
Feel
ma'am.
and
My
care
first
for
book is,
others. Yeah, Artiji.
yeah, treat others like you want to be treated, ma'am.
Right. Okay.
This is the
And
simple sentence I can tell you.
that is really nice. Thank you, Anita ji, Aarti ji. Just in one, like treat others, like feel for others, feel the
Yeah.
emotional things, right? Ability to understand the pain, ability to understand the insecurity which most of the people are vulnerable about right now, right around us. Might be possible someone is thinking about some insecurity about losing a job, not knowing nothing, right? In students, a lot of insecurity comes in. Oh, I don't know this. I have to score first rank. I have to do this. I don't like this subject, but I like this subject. How shall I do? There are a lot of things, lots of things. When I say social and emotional skill is a very, very, very vast thing, right? And it is very important to impart these skills from kindergarten itself, because when you see kids, they help each other till, you know, the competition starts from, I guess, from grade 3, if I'm not wrong. Competition, we can see the real competition starts in grade 3, where, you know, kids can understand, okay, I have to score this much. They, when they start getting the gist of what exactly they have to do in the school, right? But when you see kids, they, you know, help each other, they hug each other, right? They sit and talk each other, right? They can express their emotions, like they can get angry, they can cry, right? Even for crying, we have to find a place right now, because people doesn't want to show their uh, you know, tears to the world. This kind of the insecurity is going on in the world, right? Okay, moving ahead, we are talking about the third point, which is digital and technical skills. So yeah, since we are doing a Google meeting, that means we know digital exists, right? And technical skills, right? Definitely digital and data literacy. When I say computational thinking, that means if there is a very big problem, a person should know how to bring it to step by step and reach to the conclusion, right? Tech literacy, I'm not only talking about knowing any Insta app or any Facebook app, right? I am talking about all kind of a technology which is going around. Previously, just take an example of a washing machine, right? It was just a normal washing machine without a dryer, then it came with the dryer, and now it is fully automatic, right? Now, if you all can see, every other website is having an AI chatbot. Even if you Google something, a Gemini kind of icon will be there, right? You can definitely enhance your answers, you can enhance your content. This is the evolution, right? If, for example, just think about a person who doesn't even know how to operate a computer. That's where tech literacy comes in, right? A lot of kids don't have computers or smartphones. No, smartphones is something fine, computers or laptops at their home, right? And might be possible that can be the first time they're coming to your school and using the computer, right? So when I say that, uh, school should have that kind of the curriculum which can actually clear their base completely about hardware, input, output, everything, right? Now, fourth point is entrepreneurial and leadership skills. Everyone is now coming up with a new startup, calling them entrepreneur. It's fine, it's the need of the hour. Definitely you have to do something innovative and unique to be relevant in this society, right? And this is definitely generating a lot of employments as well. The more startups, that means small people and the, you know, daily people will get more opportunities of jobs, right? And with the entrepreneurship, that comes with the risk taking capacity, decision making, team management, again, communication, collaboration thing, right? So these are core 21st century skills which are there right now. I don't know if a kid is in a kindergarten and if he reaches grade 12, might be possible some more skills will be added, and the skills will be more about digital literacy, or data literacy, or technical skills, because technology is all around, right? So since we are talking about a lot of critical thinking skill, right? We all know what exactly critical thinking is. Just to think critically. This is what I say when I say critical thing is think critically. So this is one example. I want you all to either write the, it will be great if you can write the answer in the chat, or if in case you are unable to write it, you can unmute yourself and tell me the answer. So the question is, which glass has more water in it? Okay, the one with pin.
D.
Okay,
D, D.
B. Okay. Okay. B. B. Okay. B.
Glass with safety pin or James Cleave, that one.
Yeah, that
Yes,
is a
ma'am.
paper pin, paper clip. Yeah. Yeah, Sangeeta ji, you
That
were
one.
saying. So?
Glass with James Cleave.
Ha.
Second one.
Okay.
B.
B. B. Okay.
Second
Now
one.
my second one. Okay. Okay.
Option B.
Option B. Okay. Okay. Since a lot of people are giving me answer B, any one of you can unmute yourself and tell me how exactly you identified, what exactly you took into parameters when I asked this question.
Archimedes principle.
Okay. Ma'am, can you explain for the.
Actually, the volume of water
Mm-hmm,
removed by the
mm-hmm,
object
mm-hmm.
subdued in it, dissolved in
Okay.
it, or not dissolved here, put
Right.
into it,
Mm-hmm,
is removing the equal volume of water, and we are seeing all the glasses are so showing equal
mm-hmm,
volume of water. So the
mm-hmm.
small one, small, I mean, least volume removed by the safety pin or James clip there.
Right.
So the actually glass B contains more.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sangeeta ji. That was the correct explanation. Right. And yeah. So, for example, just consider yourself a kid. Now, for a grade 3, 4, 5 kid, I showed this question, right? Which glass has more water in it? First of all, they should know that in A it is a scissor, B it's a paper clip, C is a eraser, and D is a watch. Now, this is something which is definitely they should be able to identify, right? Second thing, the weight of everything. Because in the glass, liquid is there, that is common, right? It's for all the glasses, the same amount of the liquid will be there, right? But the weight of each thing varies. Scissor, then paper clip, then eraser and watch. These all four have different weight, right? So definitely, which glass has more water in it? That means the less weighted article when goes inside the glass will be having the more water, right? So as Sangeeta ji already told that all the object displays the water, right? And why exactly it was an example of critical thinking. Instead of just looking at the water level, I already wrote it as an answer for you all, that instead of just looking at the water level, one must critically think about what else in the glass and how it affects the amount of the water. Since we all are grown up, it's very easy for us to identify. Yeah, volume matters. Volume matters, right? So yeah, this kind of the critical thinking I'm talking about, since we are grown up, might be possible this question is is looking very easy for us, but yeah, it is very important for the kids to give them these kind of the brainstorming questions, activities, uh, in their subjects. I am not only saying about computers, I'm talking about science, math, English, computers, right? Hindi, everything should be including this critical thinking. Because if you're not including it, that means you are teaching in a traditional way, right? Since I'm talking about a lot of trends, the emerging trends right now we all can see is artificial intelligence and automation. Okay, one question comes in my mind when I say artificial intelligence and automation. Just in one word, if you all can tell me that which one AI based application you used today. Okay, okay. Gemini, DeepSeek, Meta. Okay, Gemini. Okay. ChatGPT. Cameras. Okay. Uh, cameras? How cameras? AI based cameras? Mm-hmm. A lot of people are using ChatGPT, huh? Okay, NLP. How did you use, sir, NLP? I missed.
Madam, when you are having the same Google Meet right now, so if I speak it and directly I can show the closed captions. So that is NLP.
Okay,
Spoken
okay,
language is converted to text language.
okay, okay. Nice, good, good. Thank you so much, sir. I didn't catch your name. I'm really sorry. Um, can you introduce
I am
yourself?
Jag I am Jagdish Patil, HOD Computer Science at Muscat.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much
Thank
for the
you.
answer, sir. Right. I mean, yeah, right now also when you were about to join a Google Meet and it gives a option of changing the background, changing the blurring the background, updating your appearance, right? Oh my God, a lot of people are writing chat GPT. Okay, right. I got it. Okay, okay, one more agent. Okay, okay. Works. So yeah, as I already told you, you all must have used at least once in this entire day AI based product, right? Just think about the smart toys which kids are playing. That I have a nephew of 1.5 year, right? And I can see his toys. A lot of sensor based toys, a lot of AI based toys, right? A machine learning thing I can see. Right? It's just a normal toy which just dodge the obstacle, and I was okay, like a 1.5-year-old toddler, a kid is getting this, right? So this kind of the interaction they are getting with the smart toys. So basically, your kids in school or in the family, they will be growing up with this evolving artificial intelligence and automation. Right now, when it comes to climate change and green innovation, so can anyone tell me how exactly this can be an emerging trend? Climate change and green innovation? Huh, correct. SDG. Thank you, Jagdish, for writing SDG. Those who doesn't know about SDG are Sustainable Development Goals. So climate change and green innovation is a kind of alarming, though it's not right now. It's not getting so much getting highlighted. But I'm talking about the pollution, green revolution, global warming, all of sudden monsoon, all of sudden like extreme heat, right? All the environmental challenges we all can see a lot of snowfall coming in. And now just now today I was reading a lot of news coming up for rainy season. Kasol, Mandi, I saw a lot of places in India getting this. Those are flooded like anything. Those are on red alert, right? So this kind when I say it's an emerging trend, what's the solution? What's the solution of extreme heat? What's the solution of how to make earth green, right? What is the sustainability when I say about any of the green principles coming in? Sustainable development goals covers a lot of things. It comes for the food as well, it comes for the green revolution as well, it comes for the plastics as well. We all can see plastic all around us. What exactly the solution is? Emerging trend says that a lot of people are working on these things, right? So that is why I've added the climate change and green innovation. Third is rapid technology advancement. We just discussed about that. Beyond AI, there are different things which are getting developed, right, for all the tools and concepts. So I was reading one article where Google has launched Firebase. There is a no coding platform where you can make apps. No coding platform in which you can make apps. So definitely it doesn't remove the necessity of knowing coding, because if that app fails, you should be able to fix it, right? That's where the learning comes in, right? Okay, now one core question. How do you all envision AI changing the daily work of your students? Though Neerja ji already explained that her kid, like in school, she got the experience that he wrote the answer from chat GPT. But still this question exists. How do you envision AI changing the daily work of your students 10 to 15 years from now? What do you think what they will be coming up in next 10 to 15 years? What does what exactly going to change in the daily work? You can type it in the chat. No one will write, everyone will type. Good one, Rekha ji. Good one, Rekha ji. Nice. No one will write, everyone will type, right? A lot of people are doing it right now. Anyone wants to add? Faster execution. Okay. Just no school. Okay, no school concept. Okay, no school concept. Okay, got it. 10 to 15 years. So you okay. It will be easy to search the value of X in math, right? Those who
Homeschool concept. Homeschool concept.
homeschool concept, right? Homeschool concept. Okay. Right. Everything must on digital and depends on technology. Okay. Aarti I feel that you don't like math.
No, whenever I come home, my daughter always asks this and that question to me. She's always searching the value of X. She's a JE student basically. So after doing all
Oh,
my duties, I sit with her and search the value of X.
okay, got it. I can understand your pain.
Yeah.
Okay, someone wrote about IQ level might go down. What goes up has to come down. Okay. Without technology, we can't think anything. Very creative answers I'm getting in this webinar. Nice. Dependency on digital media will lessen social. That is correct. People like kids don't want to meet people, like not even the relatives. Thinking will be constrained. Yeah. Thinking to will not even I guess exist because people are so much dependent, right? It's just because I'll tell you what's the and why exactly this is happening. In our education part, when we were learning, we don't know what exactly AI is, right? We just got in touch. All of a sudden, ChatGPT came in, right? We adapted it, right? For same is happening for the students. They don't know about a grade 3, 4, 5 doesn't know about AI, right? But that is what I'm saying. That is a need of the hour. The curriculum needs to be revamped. The curriculum needs to be changed, right? And saying that when I say 21st century skills and STEM, so how exactly we can set this synergy? STEM as a catalyst for 21st century skills. Those who doesn't know STEM, it's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. They are not individual subjects. This is an approach. STEM exactly represents the approach of inquiry, innovation, practical application. A lot of answers are still coming up. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's STEAM now. Yeah, Jagdish, it's arts and arts as well, right? So it's STEAM now. But definitely that is something which is considered when we say STEM. Arts comes in everywhere. That's not a problem, right? So STEM actually helps in doing a lot of critical thinking because STEM requires a lot of logical reasoning, data analysis, problem decomposition. When I say critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, creativity, digital literacy, STEM holds it all. Because if you know science, you should be able to apply science and technology as well. I am not saying that you have to make a very big science based, pharma based drug. No, a very simple thing. If you are in a science field, specifically if you are creating any instruments, right? When it comes to technology, we all have seen that cataract operation, if anyone knows about it, right? Cataract operation previously, it was we were using that manual. Scalper kind of a thing. Though I'm not from a science background, I'm just saying that the operation method, manual operation method. And now I just now, my mother did it, right? Last year, I guess, right? So it was a laser one, right? Big
Ma'am,
shift.
मैम पहले वो कट करते थे, कट करके
Exactly.
वो पर्टिकुलर लेयर को निकालते थे। अभी कट
Right.
करने की जगह पे वहां पे वो एक लेंस वाला डाल देते हैं।
Right.
तो ये अभी मेथड है वहां पे।
Exactly. So previously they used to do it manually, RTG,
या या
right?
दे हैव टू
But
कट
now
इट।
they
या
have started doing with the laser. That comes in technology. That means if you know science, you can
हम्म।
innovate in you can
या
innovate in technology, using technology as well. So that is how they are interconnected. If you know math, you will be able to solve all the critical thinking things about data literacy, data analysis. All the data related jobs are about math and technology, right?
या
And engineering something which we can see nowadays. Even if it is a civil engineer, we can see skyscraper buildings coming up. A lot of 3D apps are coming up for the interior designing. Even you sitting at home can create a lot of interior designing for your home, just uploading a
या
picture, and it will give you a lot of things. That means if you know interior designing and you know how to use the technology, you can get a better response, right?
जी।
This is
या
what the STEM is about. And for kids, yes, if they are learning something, they should know how to apply, they should know how to think, they should know how to solve a problem with that, right? So I already told you the role of STEM in future work, which is definitely innovation driven economy. Since STEM encourages innovation, whether it is AI, robotics, biotechnology, right? In demand skills, which is problem solving, critical thinking, data analysis. Why you and me are getting money for our jobs? Because we know how exactly the skills work, right? We know how to apply. We know we possess some kind of the skills. That is why we are surviving. That was my first question when I started the webinar, right? And yeah, sustainability and global challenges which is coming there. When I say climate change, clean energy, we all can see a news coming up for Delhi. Basically a lot of pollution, right? Some research says that almost like smoking a cigarette if you breathe in Delhi, though I don't know how much true it is, but yeah, it comes in, and I maybe we can read it, right? A lot of pollution coming in. Then what's the solution? Air purifiers uh, settled in the air purifier set up in the house, home, or in offices. So if there is a problem, then there is a solution. Now solution comes with STEM as in you should know how to apply and how to solve problems. Now STEM involves interdisciplinary learning approach. Those who doesn't know about interdisciplinary, it's about knowing about science, math, technology, and engineering, and using it with each other, right? So, for example, if you design an eco-friendly city model, integrating science and design, that is engineering design we were talking about. So, a team of students might research about renewable energy, which is science. They will use simple design software, which is a technology. They will build prototypes, which is engineering. Urban aesthetics, that is arts, right? Calculate the resources need, definitely math, right? All the data, all the calculation of the money calculation will require math, right? So basically, this is one of the very basic example I gave it to you for an eco-friendly city model. How exactly this STEM 21st century skills and interdisciplinary learning goes hand in hand, right? That is the reason I added this kind of the topic today, right? And now, what's my main agenda is redesigning the current curriculum. Old traditional curriculum, topic, question, answer, long gone. Definitely not going to fulfill today's requirement, right? We have to move beyond our traditional learning, right? Which just emphasize memorize, write, question, answer, and just gain the ranks, right? Kids have to understand why not, and what exactly they are doing. This comes with the 21st century skills and the STEM approach, right? So this means that designing the lessons where collaboration is required, where the critical thinking activities are given, where the collaboration activities are given, problem solving things, digital literacy activities are given, right? So there's the need of the hour for K, for kindergarten to grade 12, right? For example, I'll show you one of the examples which actually tell you how 21st century skills in STEM learning goes hand in hand. So there's a one STEM project idea, right? The goal is to develop a three-wheel based robot, a robot who will make a left and a right turn. right? Now, STEM focuses, it will incorporate science in motion and forces. Technology is microcontroller programming and sensors. Engineering is robot design and motor control. Mathematics is turning angles and speed calculations. Right? So see, this is how, if you know something, you should know how to apply it. Right? Now, how 21st century skills will work? Team formation, which is collaboration, then designing, which is engineering thinking, coding, which is a digital literacy, problem solving. We all know problem solving is a part of 21st century skills. And the outcome is definitely they should be able to analyze and evaluate whatever the problem will be there for this kind of the robot. I was talking about this robot. So this is one of the robot from our next education robotics curriculum, right? So this is a robotics lab where we teach students how to build robots using Avishkar kit, right? And we have a proper curriculum for grade 3 to grade 8. And in all the grades, we have 12 different activities. That means a kid will sit with that book, will have the kit, lies in robotics kit, and will make robots. They will apply their science, technology, engineering, and math. Right. So since I was talking about STEM curriculum in our next education, we have STEM curriculum. When I say STEM curriculum, that STEM curriculum, I'll show you the success stories. Just a second. So these are the kids. This is the robotics kit we are talking about. So this was one. Right, I'll try to play this next one. So this is one of the activity of our robotics curriculum. This cardboard is definitely cardboard model which students have created. It's their own creativity, but the pace, the three-wheel based robot is just the same thing which we just described. So these kind of the output, these kind of the output we get when we see the implementation of our next STEM curriculum, right? And in next STEM curriculum, just a second. Yeah, we have basic programming concepts. We definitely cover artificial intelligence, and we do integrate interdisciplinary research. I just gave you the example of interdisciplinary research in our robotics. Artificial intelligence and basic programming concepts are covered in our books, computer books, right? What exactly the features are? We have robotics, we have math and science integration in our computer and robotics books as a curriculum, right? So basically we have a computer curriculum, we have a robotics curriculum, and in those two curriculum we have math and science integration. Now, what exactly STEM curriculums are? There are two pathways: next programming curriculum, next computer science curriculum, right? And with both of this, there's a robotics, right? So it comes in a bundle, it comes as a standalone practice, right? A lot, everything, every emerging trend from Google Workspace to Android to Windows to Ubuntu, right? All whatever the emerging trends and whatever the things are needed for the kids, we have inculcated that in our books, right? Whatever I just now told you about the gaps, about all the 21st century skills, they are implemented in it. That means we have the activities of critical thinking, uh, problem solving. You all can see the screen, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration. There's a group activity, right, where we have actually, for example, if you're talking about some different apps in one of the chapter, we ask the kids to play dumb charades. Dumb charades we all know, right? To become Instagram, to become Facebook, to become Snapchat, and try to enact so other people will guess. So this kind of the collaboration activity with the knowledge goes hand in hand, right? So there are two educational paths as per your requirement. You can select any one. Robotics is common in it, right? When I open next programming curriculum, I can see two books: IT Foundation, Code Explorers. Code Explorer is basically a coding book entirely. From grade 3 to 5, we give block based coding. And since next National Education Policy 2020 says that from grade 6, text based coding is mandatory. So we are laying foundation for coding from grade 3 onwards. 3, 4, 5 will do a block based coding, they will develop their logic. And when they will reach to grade 6, they will be a kind of having the proper knowledge of how exactly logic flows, right? So this is a combination one which comes with robotics. And towards the bottom you all can see there's a robotics kit that is also provided by us in partner with Avishkar. Yeah, C++, Python. Yeah, so yeah, since you have mentioned Python, sir, Jagdish sir, so I would like to tell you, from grade 6 onwards we teach Python, right? Grade 6, 7, 8 we teach Python. And yeah, in the combo 2 for computer science curriculum, it is computer science foundation, code explorers, robotics again. So these are two combination. Any one of the combination school can apply and can check. The response which I just showed you is nothing. I'm getting n number of the videos coming from kids about robotics and computer and coding, right? So yeah, these are happy students, right? There are a lot of students. I wish I could, was having the time to show you all the things, all the responses. And apart from happy students, we are having our happy teachers. That means for teachers, robotic is something which is new, which is not a part of our curriculum as well, right? So yeah, teachers, yeah, sure. Oh my God, Arvindji, are you like planning to go somewhere because you just asked for the feedback form? I guess you're not interested in this webinar, I feel. Okay, I'm giving you the form. Just a second. Let me complete it. I'm really sorry. I'll complete and I'll give you the form. Right. So action plan for the schools, definitely to currently audit the curriculum and check whether the 21st century skills are there or not. Start with the pilot program. Try applying grade one of the grades, right? Upskilling the teachers, give training to the teachers. The school shouldn't be expecting teachers to upskill themselves on their own. Definitely it's school's responsibility as well. If they want their kids to proper in a certain way. ऐड नहीं हो रहा है, सॉरी, वे क्या ऐड नहीं हो रहा है? I didn't get you. Are you trying to add someone, sir? And the last thing is monitor, evaluate, refine. So yeah, this is the action plan for schools. Okay, so these are next education. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn. We are on Facebook, right? You can follow us. Next Gurukul. This is one of our apps where you all can find our books. Where you all can find our books and assessments, World Magazine, question and answer forums. So this is our app basically. Um, it gives accessibility, digital accessibility of the books, right? Now we are on LinkedIn as well, which is the next
Excuse me,
Gurukul. Yeah, yeah,
excuse
Sangeeta ji.
me. Uh, Even after doing full webinar on 18th of June, I did
Okay.
not get the certificate. So, is there any such email ID where I can write for this?
Yeah, definitely you can write, ma'am. I'll show you. Obviously you can reach out to LinkedIn and Facebook. We have our pages. You can definitely ping us there. And the reason why I was showing you Facebook and LinkedIn, I just want you all to promote it. Yeah, for your visibility, like for your answer. As a solution, ma'am, I will tell you we have this support at nexteducation.in. So if anyone is having any kind of the curiosity to know about our curriculum, please drop it here, your queries in support, right? It's written right in front of you. Email support at nexteducation.in.
Hi, ma'am.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. So, my name is Lily, and I'm a psychologist
Mm-hmm.
and working as a coordinator in an inclusive school. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So we are dealing with neurodiverse children,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a lot of students who have physical disability as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So how do you think this will benefit our children?
Okay. Physical disability is actually, ma'am, it's a very good thing. Thanks for the feedback. We are actually brainstorming a lot of ways to teach kids who have disability, right?
Mm,
Fine, I understand the disability from hands and legs are still fine, at least they can hear and listen, but the disability when it comes from ears and eyes, right, that's a
exactly.
major problem comes in, right? So we are in the process, we are thinking around it, and once it will be there, it will be on the platform, so I will be able to brief you better that how exactly we tackle this problem.
Yeah, exactly. Because we are seeing the fast-paced world growing with the technology. So we are
Hmm.
also in search of technology that will fit our children as well. And we are
Right.
in the process of setting up a STEM department in our school as
Hmm.
well. So
Hmm.
we really want to upgrade ourselves. That is also the reason why we attended this session
Right.
also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what about children who have autism, ADHD? They have a
Hmm.
very good intelligence skills, ma'am.
Right.
No doubt.
Right.
They have a good critical thinking skills and all this
Hmm.
stuff. So any inputs that you would like to suggest us that we can, adapt in our setting?
Definitely, Lily ji. So, first of all, right now on the currently, I too can't do that because since we are still in the process, it will be little bit of
Yeah.
private thing for the company till the time it's not getting official, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is something which we are in discussion, and once if we come up with any of the products, definitely we will send the mails for the webinars. We'll conduct the webinars on that things as well.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, this is really going to be helpful. Yeah. I really look forward to it.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Surely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have pasted the feedback form link in the chat. Please fill it. Don't leave the session without filling it. Please fill the form. I have pasted the link again. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Once you are done filling the form, yes, you all can drop. And thank you so very much for joining. It was very nice to do such an interactive session, and I can all say that it's really nice. Just a second.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Sridevi ji.
Ma'am, this was regarding the critical thinking in the
Mm-hmm,
question that you were asking. I was
mm-hmm.
traveling, so I was not able to answer your question.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
See,
Please,
what
please.
happens is you were asking why is it a critical thinking question?
Uh,
Yes, of course, the science.
Sridevi ji, your voice is
That is
fluctuating a
because
lot.
I am traveling. I'm traveling. Am I okay
Okay,
now?
okay.
Am I okay?
I mean,
Uh,
I can hear you, but it's very low in volume. Yeah,
okay. Can I? Am I audible now?
yeah. You are definitely audible, but I'm not sure that how other will be listening. But yeah, you can carry on. Yeah.
You were asking about the question of that pin question. How do you tell this
Mm-hmm,
is a critical thinking question?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
See, regarding the concept of that weight displacement, all that is fine. Well,
mm-hmm.
it is more of like it is there in the book. We have learned since ages down the line, and we have been
Right,
passing it on fine. But to
right,
put it
right.
in a teacher's language, first
Mm-hmm,
and foremost, as a child, when we tell
mm-hmm,
this that it
mm-hmm,
is weight is there, it is displacing the water. And
mm-hmm.
how do you know this is critical thinking? The memory recall of the concept is happening for the child.
Right.
He is what do you tell me? He is equating. He is trying to analyze the earlier concept
Mm-hmm,
with the question. He is trying to equate. He's trying to analyze how is
mm-hmm.
it like he's trying to justify whether to what extent it is going to help, to what extent
Right.
you can I don't know how to put it across.
Mm-hmm,
How can I equate this with the thought earlier concept that I've already learned, and
mm-hmm,
then he will analyze the situation. He'll draw the conclusion, which is as per
mm-hmm,
Bloom's taxonomy. And
mm-hmm.
here comes the hot question. So from the third part, that is analytical thinking, where it starts. From there, the Bloom's taxonomy applies, and here it is a
Right.
critical thinking question. So a
Right.
child is analyzing, evaluating the
Mm-hmm.
answer, and he is creating the answer. So this
Right.
is more of a hot question compared to
Right.
what is the answer. That
Right.
was my interpretation.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sridevi for adding.
Thank
I
you.
understand that you
Thank
were
you.
traveling. I'm really sorry. Actually, this
Okay.
time is like a lot of people are
No
traveling.
problem. Thank you.
But yeah, thank you so much for adding. Yeah, I understand critical thinking is something which is crucial, right? Okay. Thank you so very much for joining the session, everyone. I
Thank you,
hope
ma'am.
you liked
Thank
the
you.
session and I
Yeah.
hope that I would have added some new things.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining.